What's going on, world? Oh, we getting all the other stuff here. So. Oh yeah, look at it. It looks clear now. Damn, man, I look bigger on the screen. Oh man, I got we got that sickness. You got that old people stuff. You put that Vicks in your nose. I say that big old glob of Vicks. Oh, let me send out this tweet real quick. It's hotty toddy, right? Isn't that what Ole Miss is supposed to be? Anybody know Ole Miss's the little saying they got? Trying to give away some tickets to these people. Spelling it wrong. Does Duke have a football page? Oh, there we go. Duke football. I'll go Ole Miss. I kind of like when they were the Rebels more than I liked when they're I like my racism good sports themed. But anyways, good morning everybody. This is Victory. Was it Victory Monday? See me repping. I'm mad. They shouldn't have won. They needed to lose. But this is big. I'm at Big Game James _36, and this is Big Games B.S, part of Den Media Group, presented by AlphaClinicOnline.com. Hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful morning. Let's see if we can help the chat. We got the chat. He's looking for a big vehicle. Man, Suburbans are $100,000. Suburbans are not $100,000 now. I know you lying. No, you lying. Kyle shares a birthday with greatness. LeBron James and Tiger Woods have the same birthday? I love random facts. Trying to figure out what else to say in this tweet. You good, Miles? Yeah. Oh, gotcha. Oh, I was supposed to add sports then. They do. What day is that? I might have to play the numbers. Today is Tiger Woods and so LeBron's 40 now. Eldrick, I don't know how old Eldrick is. But
he's 49.
Really? It just feels like he's been through so much more for a 49-year-old. I figured he would have been like 55. He's been like 2000. So in 2009, when he got hit with a 9-iron by Elin, that was 15 years ago. So he was relatively young. Damn. Wow. Great. Great age though. Great age. But anyways, on that note right here, we're doing a giveaway again. So again, I got I'm mailing out the hat from Friday's show. So a couple housekeeping notes before we get into the thick of it. We will be giving away a pair of tickets, Mag Daddy tickets to the Gator Bowl. So if you would like to go to the Gator Bowl on January 2nd, if you want to go to the game, you just gotta go ahead and show of hands. Winners can now win again. Winners can win the hat though. Once we get to over 100 views, live viewers on the YouTube, we will give away some Sports Den swag. We get to 150, we'll give away an MFTK cap or some other stuff like that. So let's. It's a lot of stuff to get into. A lot of stuff. Have a lot of great football this past weekend. A lot of topics in sports that have happened, and I'm just here for it. Some things I'm tired of. One person I wish he would take a long walk off of a short pier, so that we no longer have to deal with him anymore. Daryl, you gotta. Well, I guess Daryl didn't win any of them. So Daryl, some of y'all got to make sure you please put what you want. If you're which drawing you're getting into, tickets or hats. And Andre the Jags fucked up my parlay. They won. And they fucked up our draft placement, which I don't know where we're at now. But I'm not happy about that. The Giants saw Shadur stink so bad that they went on ahead and won. Like, imagine seeing somebody play so bad that they're like, fuck it. You know what? I don't want to be in his sweepstakes no more. The Raiders did too. The Raiders went from like, I think fourth place to like, I think they're just outside. They're like, I think they're like 8 or 9, but we'll get into all of that stuff. But just please, as we're going on and talking, I periodically try to remember, if you want tickets, put in there that you, or we want to enter one of the drawings, please enter the drawing. The drawing costs you absolutely nothing. So you all should be trying to ask for it if you want a hat, or if you're wanting to go to the Gator Bowl. I don't know how much the tickets were selling for. I wouldn't try to resell them. That would suck. But, you know, hey, that'd be me. That'd be par for the course of me being kind and people fucking up my kindness for weakness. So Braden Fiske was balling. The FSU boys was balling too. But all right, what we got, Jayden?
So we got a couple of the FSU stories, just of our video going out around Solomon Thomas and Atkins again. And we got talk about some linebacker play, and then talk about our men's basketball coach Hamilton and him getting sued. And then we got obviously the Pop Tart Bowl, just highlight some of that in Colorado as well, and plus the ECU versus NC State scuffle at the end of the game that left a referee injured. And then we have the NFL, so we're going to start out with showing some highlights and some love to the rookies of this class, especially the wide receiver / receivers, breaking some records. Then we got Jets versus Bills, Cardinals, Rams, Broncos, Bengals, Titans, Jags, Falcons, Commanders, and a little bit of stuff sprinkled in between. Then we got our big Games B.S. segment. Talk about some of the NBA news going around, a Now You Know segment. And then we're going to talk about former President Jimmy Carter and how he impacted sports throughout the world. So he recently died, so just showing him some love and some respect. So first things first.
We got to pray. Forgot about that. All right. Had to get that thing started off right. My bad. So we can go ahead. I'm so tired of this shit. Like, you know, before we get started into it, because we're going right into the Solomon stuff. I personally root for every kid, right? I'm tired, man. Like, just go. Don't lie. Don't give people hope. And then and I'm going to tell you guys why Christianity is losing effectiveness. Y'all be sprinkling God on bullshit, man. Like, y'all treat God like adobo. You can't put it on everything and make it taste good, man. Like, you just got to, like, just, we're going to go into all of these different things, and it's rehashing old hurts. You picked LSU, bro. And you picked LSU because they have, for all the reasons that were right to you. Like, this is what I want them to just start telling the truth, because it's a cool reason for me. Like, it's sticking to your principles and your morals. But, like, stick to your principles and your morals and stop with the bullshit. But let's go ahead and listen to this young man talk about all of this stuff, and, like, just, like, I don't even understand it, man. Like, it's not even, it's not even necessary. But go ahead and let's listen to Solomon, 5-star prospect, well, 4-star with 247. Really good offensive lineman, young offensive lineman, Solomon Thomas, talk about at the All-American game, talk about his decision.
And I asked my coach, my ex-coach at Florida State, about the offensive line coach at LSU. He was like, he's a great dude on and off the field. He'll take care of you, beyond the football aspect of it. And that's always been a guy who I've wanted to, play for.
So Alex Atkins had a hand in you ending up at LSU, even after he had you committed at FSU. Mm-hmm. What did that mean to you to get that advice from a guy who, obviously lost his job and thought he was going to coach?
Atkins became almost like a father figure to me, a father figure, a friend, somebody I can talk the Bible about. And it was nobody really like to replace him, really, or somebody I can just see replacing him at Florida State, because I was there for him. In any interview I've ever done, I've always talked about how Atkins was the reason why I wanted to be at Florida State. And he was the reason why I started to like Florida State in the first place. I went to a practice.
Okay, my bad. All right, it wasn't as bad as people, like, as the tweet said. But again, like, he was leaving before Atkins was fired. So that's the only problem I had. But I do believe all of the other stuff that he said. Like, he has a good relationship with Atkins. He built that rapport. Atkins did that, but going 2-10, doesn't help. And honestly, I like Atkins. I really do like Coach Atkins. I like what Coach Hand is doing. It's a business. Coaches get fired and hired every day. Coaches leave for other jobs. You do develop a rapport, but guys are trying to build and try to move on to build their resumes as well. So, yeah, man. So, like Gerald put, Solomon said if we went 0 for 0-4, he was nah. James, I know you say you would keep Atkins, but do you not feel better about the O-line direction headed with Hand? I like the body types that Hand is picking. We'll see. I didn't mind the direction that the line was going, like as far as recruiting wise with Atkins. One of the things I want to not pretend to know about, blocking is a mindset. Blocking is an attitude. As a guy who's done it before, like, you literally have to make up in your mind, like, that is a fucking brawl. Like, you got to go smash somebody in the mouth. And sometimes you got to go punch a dude who's bigger than you in the mouth. And, like, that's stronger than you. And I don't, again, I'm not going to get into all the particular. Actually, I will get, the kid, just like he's doing the interview right there. Imagine holding somebody's phone and the kid saying that. I'm not coming to Florida State. And you say, how much money will it get for you to for you to make that decision, change? And you say, and the person tells you it's not about money. And again, if you take that interview and you pair it with Tramel Jones's interviews, right? So Tramel Jones literally said one of the reasons why he decommitted is because his person who's going to be his roommate and his friends didn't want to go. Weren't going to Florida State. Does anybody in the chat know who Tramel Jones's roommate was paired to be at Florida State? Because if you just go ahead and answer, because if you answer that, then you already know that this is bullshit. And it's unfortunate that he's putting God in it. And it's an unfortunate, like, he didn't have to, you don't have to keep saying I was going to Florida State if they'd have kept Atkins. because you weren't. Nah, Tramel Jones's roommate was going to be Solomon. So, you know, and that factored into Tramel going ahead and making his decision before, but like it definitely aided. Like him knowing that the guy you talk to every day is saying like, I'm probably not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do this. Like these kids communicate and talk. That's why you see a group of kids typically all leave and like they'll go to one school or they'll kind of stay for each other. But like that group chat was toxic as fuck with commits for a while there. So, yeah, it's disappointing, but good for the kid. At the end of the day, I wish him nothing but success at LSU. I'll defend you when you're right, just like people were mad that he didn't play in the state championship game. And they were saying, like, you know, this, that, and the other. I defend him with that. But when you're wrong, or when I feel you're wrong, I'm just gonna say you're wrong. But like when you're right, you're right. So I won't get into no back and forth with it, but like, dog, like, let's just not pretend. Like you know what you said to me. So, and I was okay with it. I get it. So, what we got next?
So we got just an update with a North Carolina redshirt freshman linebacker Caleb LaVallee has entered the transfer portal. So the Seminoles were involved during his recruitment process, and LaVallee had 9 tackles in the bowl matchup against UConn. So I don't know if you've seen anything about him, James. But
Cold ass Pilgrim. Get me that Pilgrim at Florida State now. I think he's coming in. We have a really good chance. I think he has some semblance too. We got a good shot at him though. I like him. I like this Pilgrim. You know, whatever makes the Nebraska defenses back in the 80s and the 90s, man, when they were full of steroids and racism, were pretty fucking good. If that's what it takes to make Florida State great again, bring him in. I'm not saying this kid is full of steroids or racist at all, but if he was, and it made him hit black running backs harder, brother, get him a cap. What are the little spiky hats that the Klan wears? If that's what makes him play better, let's do what we got to do, man. I'm about winning. The locker room is the most pure place in the world. It makes everybody's working to a collective goal. Is to go out there and destroy whoever the enemy is in front of us. So I watched that UConn North Carolina game. This brother was all over the place. This Pilgrim was all over the place. Find out what he likes. Let's get him there. We need caps. We need, a matter of fact, I'm telling you, once we start really pushing this toward and this channel continues to grow in the manner, I'm giving a cap NIL deal. There will be a white kid. We will vote for who is the whitest white person on our team. The best white kid on Florida State's team will get the cap NIL deal. That is the goal. I need one of them right now. The front runner is Fryer. Right now, I got big plans for Camden Fryer, but we need some We need some Cole, and I would give it to Amari, but no halfies. You got to be full-blooded American white. Like, can't be mixed. Sorry, you got to be all white. Need it pure. I need them. I need when they look at you to already discriminate upon you. I need them to say, this white boy can't cover me. This white boy is not going. I need them to overlook you, and then you use that as motivation to make sure they know that you belong on this field. YCs. If they can't identify you as a YC, then no YNs. As the young people like to call it. Speaking of DEI, did we talk about Rubio's son? Man, fuck Marco Rubio, man, and his son. Whip Magic's dick because they're gay. One, because they're Gators, and two, because Marco Rubio be always talking about DEI is what's ruining America and all this other bullshit. Knowing good and goddamn well his son would not be on that fucking roster if his last name wasn't fucking Rubio. Your son did not earn that roster spot at Florida State, and he took somebody else's touchdown. Like, some of y'all be the most against DEI until it worked for your ass. But anyways, my bad.
So like you said, we got some cool transfers coming up, and this is just a list of the dates. And obviously, you got Caleb LaVallee's on there with January 1st, or it
So
could
say
be.
his name again.
I think it's LaVallee.
Isn't that thing that isn't that like the thing you put on the microphone? A lavalier?
It's another small microphone.
That's big. Caleb microphone. Like, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I got all kinds of visions. I got all kinds of visions for this NIL deal. Ingram, holla at your boy. Let's get Caleb LaVallee in this bitch. Like, that sounds like a pirate name or some shit like that. Yes. All right, what else? Who else we got here?
Running back Rasul Faison, linebacker Marquise Watson Trent. Then you have on January 2nd, defensive lineman Jason Jenkins, defensive lineman DeMonte Diggs, and on January 3rd, you have wide receiver Traylon Ray.
All right, give me Rasul. That's the person that Batman trained under, right? Like, you know, like when they went to the oh, okay, my bad. It was one of them things, man. Give me Raja Ghul, because I believe in the was it the order? What did they say? Like, what did Baines say? Hey, to the uninitiated, but we are initiated. I like that. Give me him. Marquise Watson Trent, very productive linebacker out of Georgia Southern. I'm feeling that. Hey, man, we get some of these cats. There's a linebacker from Memphis that I want to get. We get some of these guys right here, man. We playing cat ball. Jason Jenkins is just an SEC guy. I'm not sure, but Jenkins is one of the blackest names that you could get. So this is what I needed. We keep talking about Mike is like Bobby, right? Y'all don't know, but this is why we need the real old heads. I could give you Granddaddy Bobby, and as a fan, right? I can't give you Pop Bobby. Like I'm gonna get Matt Fryer on to talk about Bobby, like, because Matt got Bobby like 10, 20 years before I did, right? But when I remember hearing Bobby did not recruit kids from great home backgrounds. Bobby said, I want kids from the inner city and trailer parks. I want rednecks and hood niggas. Like, that's basically what he said, and that's how we're going to go win games. Now, if we can blow this up again so I can read these names, look at these names and tell me this now. Now, LaVallee, I don't know what that is. I don't know what LaVallee is, but he's a pure white, so we could. He could be like a Bush. Yeah, LaVallee is white.
He's probably French
or that ain't German, right? That's French. I don't know, man. You're not helping me right now. You know, French are pacifists. They surrender. Okay, if he's one of them, okay, he might be okay. But Raja Ghul, Faison, that's black.
There's no way.
I don't know how he got to Utah, like with nothing but Mormons. He is, but the cool thing is, if he's in Utah, we know what he's used to now. He used to white chicks. We got them. I will take you to Delta or whatever them girls is. Like, it's a whole boom. We got you, dog. We got you. Marquise, I ain't never met a white Marquise. Now, the problem I have with him is he's got two last names. The two last names be fucking with me, man. I don't know. They be inconsistent. Women have two last names. Men are supposed to have, you pick one and you roll with it, son. Jason Jenkins, there is not a blacker name we can get. Even with the extra spelling of Jason, get him in here. We need the locker room culture changed. We need some more. We need some more of that. DeMonte Diggs. Now tell me you thought of a dude who's in a polo shirt, some khakis and some Sperry's. I know for a fact that's not what you think. You're thinking dreads and gold teeth. I have no idea what DeMonte looks like, but DeMonte's cool with me. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say Traylon Ray is black. I ain't never met no white Traylons. By the way, I do need more white people to start taking on some of these names so we can start, like, we can have better discussions. Like, when I met a white Tyrone, I was like, yo, I dapped him up. I was like, I know you can fight. Every Tyrone I know can fight. So like it was, but I'd never met a white Tyrone before. Have I met a white Jerome? Are there white Jeromes? I don't know, but the kid Hill Green from Colorado is pretty good too. But like again, Mike is out here doing the Lord's work, taking the Bobby model with the new coaches, with all these other cats, D-Ray, Ingram. Like y'all ready to get rid of all these people. Y'all wanted to push them off a cliff, and all they've been doing is working. If we get these 2 to 3 high school kids, Florida State has a top 15 high school recruiting class after a 2-10 year. And then, shit, like what more can you ask? I think it's pretty cool. But I like the names. Hopefully they close. Let me find out. What's Jerry Jones' real name? Jerry Jones' real name better not. Let me find out Jerry Jones' real name is Jerome.
No, it's not.
What is Jerry? Is it really just Jerry? The people just out here naming their kids Jerry? Gerald, okay.
Gerald or Gerald? Gerald. Gerald.
Okay. Somebody said bring in Dean Connors from Rice. Listen now, let's cool. I'm liking it. Keep working. Get us some cats out here who can recruit and who can ball. Need it. Oh, Jerry, yeah. Somebody put Jerry A. Coon. Jerry's country. He's from Ark, Kansas. All right. Next.
So one of the more recent stories breaking this morning would be with FSU's head basketball coach, Leonard Hamilton, and then 6 former FSU players filing a lawsuit against the coach for lack of NIL compensation. So the plaintiffs allege Hamilton promised each of them $250K in NIL payments from the coach's, quote, business partners. Now, while I'm waiting for this article to load, I will share it with y'all, but I'm just going to briefly touch on some of the key facts of this case. The legal complaint filed in Florida Leon's County Circuit Court is an unprecedented and fascinating filing in the era of athlete compensation, as roughly half of a former team makes these shocking claims against one of the more accomplished college basketball coaches. So the 6 plaintiffs include Darren Green Jr., Josh Nickelberry, Primo Spears, Cameron Fletcher, Deontay Green, Jalen Wardley. So they all allege that Hamilton promised each of them $250,000 in NIL payments from the coach's business partners. So all these the 6 players were members of the 2023-2024 FSU basketball team. And so the main...
That was last year's team? The one that sucked?
Yeah. This was last year's team.
Fuck them kids. You know what? I've been trying to get rid of Ham, but if Ham deserves, like, none of them deserve to get paid a penny. That's not they trying to Battles In doesn't fuck with basketball. Rising Spears basketball thing too. Did they say but did they say who? Or they just suing Leonard?
No, they're suing Will Cohen, who's they just say an executive with one of Florida State's NIL collectives.
Yeah, Will is the one who got us fucked in the first place. I think that's the one who got Atkins with the deal. But So for us to talk about law, I don't know, and I don't know the details, but I'm on Ham's side right now. Ham, verbal contracts, believe it or not, are binding in the state of Florida. So if I tell you that I'm going to do something and it's documented, you can sue me, but you have to have a little bit more. Like you have to have It's not as easy as a contract, right? Now, what could happen though is if I act like if I tell you I'm gonna pay you, let's say $250,000, right? And I'm making payments that would equal out to $250,000, but we don't have any contract. But I made like 3 or 4 of those payments. You have a leg. You have a leg to stand on. But if you just came because I said I was going to do something and I ain't never gave you a penny, bro, you were fucking an idiot. Like you, or if you were already on you were already on scholarship, like, nah, we good. Like I like Ham, do to them what Birdman does to people. Like, just don't pay him. Birdman just doesn't pay artists if he doesn't feel like it. He tells them take it to trial. Now, the person who is doing this is a media whore. Ever since I gave him that first little taste of spotlight, and I blame, y'all ain't gonna believe this. So I'm gonna put the this is time to put people on blast. The phone calls, see if my guy answers. But long story short, okay. So we're talking about this dude trying to. The basketball's we're doing good right now. I don't need this kind of smoke. So we're talking about Darren Heitner, right?
Yo, God.
How should the world know who Darren Heitner is? Like, who brought Darren Heitner to the world?
You did.
Like, and what do you remember? Do you remember like what is specifically like what happened to make Darren Heitner like what guy? I mean, he is a Gator. He's a triple Gator, I believe.
You broke because you wouldn't break the story on McElwain getting fired. You gave it to Darren. Darren went on ESPN and said McElwain was getting fired. Everybody said McElwain wasn't getting fired. And then McElwain got fired after the Florida Georgia game when everybody said he wasn't getting fired. Was that McElwain?
Yeah, it was teeth. It was Butters. That's the one with the teeth, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that was Mac.
Well, it wasn't just so much that he was getting fired. It was that he was getting fired whether they won the Georgia game or not. Like it was done. And
then he was fired before the game and all that kind of stuff. And remember, he went on ESPN saying that McElwain was being fired. The athletic director said that McElwain wouldn't be fired.
Well, no, he said we said that the contract was negotiated. The buyout was negotiated. It wasn't Strickland. It was the other one there, wasn't it? Was it Strickland?
I think Strickland was there.
Yeah, Strickland went on and made a statement, said we have not negotiated the buyout.
Yeah, and Heitner was saying, no, y'all did.
Yeah.
And then, because you remember you even said that Frank Frangie on him was like, I spoke directly to Jeremy Foley. He told me that wasn't happening. And you was like, look, my source is saying this, and they're telling you don't trust your source. And you was like, okay. So that when you floated it to Heitner.
Yeah, technically Denny Thompson broke it, but they took Denny out. They told him he had to change it to a hypothetical story, and then I just said, no, that's not strong enough. Like, and then I talked to my guy in the sports Illuminati, and he brought Darren, and Darren was writing with Forbes and stuff. Then, like, this man, I mean, the man made. I was low. I don't get jealous of people, but I was low key mad as fuck, dog. I was mad as hell because I'm like, that's supposed to be me, but I ain't want to smoke. But now I was just sitting here. We over here talking about this dude. And I'm like, every time I see him, I'm like, I done gave you this thing, and then you got all arrogant, and you keep fucking us every time you get a chance.
But not only that, it's like you're saying you took this case, but then on Twitter, I was reading something where he was like, ain't none of the stuff in writing. It's all verbal.
They better hope he paid one person something. Because if he didn't pay any of them, then, like, he's just fucking himself.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it was all verbal. They went to Coach Ham, told him they hadn't been paid. Coach Ham said they'd get paid. But from what it sounds like, wasn't nothing ever in writing.
Got to be more careful.
And the even crazy thing is that, I guess to me, is that if they were paying, if they're paying them, right? But how was Rising still paying them when they pretty much went defunct or had to disband after the Atkins situation? You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
So at that point, you have to deal with a defunct organization. That makes sense.
I mean, that's a lot of red flags, man. But shit, let me go. I just had to make sure I wasn't mistaken, and I wanted to make sure that Darren Heitner, this Darren Heitner shit was legit. I got the receipts still, so from the text messages, but I just man, like, if brother would just sat down somewhere and just shut the fuck up, we would all be more blessed and highly favored. That's what, you know how they got the stepping over the all the chicks we doing the stepping over the year and the trash into the new. If we could just step over Darren Heitner into 2025 and just let him stay in 2024, life would be better.
But I guess the other thing I'm looking at is
because he fucking over the Gators. He the one who fucked the Gators over with Jayden Rashada, right?
Like every NIL case, everything that's shady with NIL, he's always around it. But like, I haven't seen him win a case yet. I haven't seen him do the right thing by it yet. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So instead of people saying that Cam Ward is what's wrong with the NIL, we should be saying Darren Heitner is what's wrong with NIL.
Yeah, because I mean,
so Darren Heitner's Jerry Keller in the NWA story. Like, so we need an Ice Cube to come out and just say, I can't say the things because I'm afraid of them. And I might be more afraid of them than I am the alphabet, the consonants. I just don't want I don't want the bankers and everybody else to come. I might get my shoe too. Matter of fact, scratch that. Can we delete that off of this? Because I don't want anybody thinking this was the Semitism. Because he is that last name, he's clearly got to be something. Clearly, and he's a lawyer. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a double down right there.
Just think every situation with Florida where they were losing recruits. He knew what Miami was doing. He knew what Florida was doing. And then he'll come back.
Because he was sucking Ruiz's dick.
Yeah.
Like, heavy. Like, I mean, I remember he got, like, I bammed his ass. Like, what? Like, he was just like, because he was like, Florida State is nowhere near Miami or Florida. Then his ass shit got shut down.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, man, it's an evil world we live in, man. But I will say this consistently. I think almost resounding, at least maybe 2/3 of Big Three can say fuck Darren Heitner. I'm not sure if Miami because Miami got fucked out of the Rashada deal too.
Mm-hmm.
And in hindsight, being 2020, Rashada sucks. So like it ended up working out. Because if Rashada's at Georgia and like the quarterback gets banged up and they don't even think about putting him in to hand the ball off, they put Carson with one arm in that bitch to hand the ball off. How bad are you?
And not Carson gone. You see, they ain't even think about him with this.
Not at all. They try to get a new quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
But shit. But all right, brother. I'll holler at you, man.
All right, then, bro.
Yep. Angelo, stop that shit. Do not tell people, do not try to go recognize the fucking voices in the chat. Well, but that gave you some background on Darren Heitner. For those who did not know. So you got the stuff pulled up?
Yeah, I don't think we mentioned him before the call, but Darren Heitner, he is the Florida-based attorney who filed the suit on behalf of the plaintiffs. And this is one of his statements, quote, "It is vitally important to hold people accountable to the promises they make," Heitner told Yahoo Sports. "This is a situation where the entire roster relied on Coach Hamilton's promise and he failed to deliver. This is about holding him accountable, and hopefully this prevents this from happening again at FSU or elsewhere." So in a group text message, group chat with the players, so one of the players said, quote, They effed up by telling us we was getting $200K, unquote. in one of the group chats. So yeah, it sounds like none of this stuff was legally binding in writing.
Yeah, it sounds like Darren is just, and then Darren went straight up like, we're going to the press and we're going to do this and we're going to try to blackmail you. The problem with going after Ham is old. Ham is one of them is a black vampire. Like, he looks the same age as he did when he played basketball. Like, Ham old people don't give a fuck. Matter of fact, one of the pictures that Ham posted looked like he was like in the Spinners, like them old singing, them old doo-wop bands. Like, you know, if I was there, like following Darren, Darren would be the last lawyer that I use in a lawsuit. And like, I know Darren, I know Ham want to put pause on Darren. But like, now you got to go through all this other bullshit. You got to go through depositions and you got to go through all this other shit, man. Like, that's really the annoying. They sue you so you can pay. But I hope Ham tells them, get your 12 white folks and take that shit to trial, bitch. Like Mr. Big said. Just like Jay-Z did. Have we heard anything else from this attorney since all of this shit happened?
No, the girl like redacted her statement, her filing and stuff.
This might be the first time I actually believe he's a Illuminati. No, I never believed. He's still my favorite rapper, but like that shit went away quick. But Ham and Morgan Freeman been the same age since 5. Like, but yeah, you don't fuck up the only good thing. We only have one good thing. Don't come after us, dog. Like, we need this. I need basketball to be good. I mean, soccer fucked up. They didn't win their like 5th championship in a row. We suck. You know, our softball girl's getting too pretty, man. Yeah, you're getting too pretty. Get out of here. You seen Nicholson's girl? I think she's a softball player. She's bad. That's some good milk right there. She had the Nicholson boy short, like jean shorts, like, you know, on. I'm like, yeah, he tapping that. He ain't going nowhere. So if y'all want Nicholson to transfer, he ain't transferring. Like, not with that girl still there. But we need ugly. We need some softball girls that and a couple more basketball girls that look like we don't know. Like, they look like they could play on my son's Pop Warner team. Like, we need something like that. But yeah, so appreciate everybody with the jacket. I think you get it from NFL.com. It looks like a starter jacket, but it's not. I don't know what the fuck this is, man. But yeah, what's going to the next?
This weekend, Iowa State played the Miami Hurricanes in the Pop Tart Bowl. Now, this bowl went crazy with the promo. Pop Tart really did their thing with it.
Was like really like, I like the look. Yeah, it was cool.
We got some videos of the Pop Tarts and everything like that. But first things first, you got to talk about the score. Iowa State beat Miami in a very, very down to the wire close game, 42-41. At halftime, the score was already 28-31, and I'm pretty sure the over-under for the game was 61.5. So at halftime, if you bet the over, you know he was good. You know he was good. But 42-41, Miami losing at the Camping World Stadium in Orlando, Florida. The world was the ACC, specifically FSU fans, we were waiting on this one to see how they would do. Obviously, Restrepo.
Culture.
What is it, the day of or the day before?
The day
before he decided to sit out of this game. And obviously the talk of this game would be Cam Ward leaving at halftime when they were only down by 3 points and ultimately resulting in a loss. But just to backtrack here, we're going to just break down some of the record situations of Manny Diaz and Mario Cristobal. So I got this. I'm going to share with y'all right here. So during the last 36 games, Manny Diaz went 21-15, 0 bowl wins, 19 weeks ranked, 4-5 versus ranked teams and 2-1 versus FSU. And under Mario, 20-16, 0 bowl wins, 25 weeks ranked, 1-6 versus ranked teams, and 1-2 versus FSU.
And what's crazy is it costs 2 times as much for you to have the same exact results. Actually, my bad, because you had to pay Manny's buyout. And then you had to pay Mario twice as much as you paid Manny. It's like, imagine you bash one Cuban restaurant to go to another Cuban restaurant that sucks. This is basically, you left one Cuban to go for another Cuban that it's just bad. And he caught Florida State at the worst time. I told everybody he gonna hurt you. And what's crazy is you sold out. You put so much into this. You put so much money. Cam Ward is legit, right? But imagine if you would have maybe got a couple of different players on defense and you would have just stuck with, I can't think of the kid's name from last year that ended up going to UCF. If you'd have just stuck with what you had, you'd probably be in the same bowl game, if we're being honest. Like, this guy's, I love your media and how they are, and they lock in step. We got to talk about Gabby Urethra before we get off of this topic, because it's wild. Like, if you do this shit, it's crazy how much energy he spends on Florida State. But, like, it should have been better. It was all lined up. You've never in the 20 years you've been in the ACC, you've never had the hard ACC schedule. Like, Florida State has to play Clemson and Miami every year. And then the Atlantic, we're the Atlantic. The Atlantic has always been tougher than the Coastal. So you are set up to win. Then you didn't win. And then they make it to where all you got to do is have the best record in the ACC. And then they give you the easiest schedule for the best record in the ACC. And you still manage to lose to 2 teams that you are overwhelmingly better than. And did I send you the crash outs from the Miami Twitter? Oh, God, I want to hear this stuff. Like, these people were upset. They were hurt. They've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. And I'm like, it's just, it comes down to, in the fucked up part for Miami fans, and where I do feel some sympathy, because I know a couple people, like, there's some good Miami fans out there. Outside of all the bravado and the bombasticness and all that other bullshit, Miami fans are really cool. Like, when I went down there, like all that, man, I'm gonna fuck you up and blah, blah, blah. Rah, 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 rah. When you get around, they really are nice people. Like, that's the only thing I don't understand. Like, why are we all so gangster on social media and then very professional? Like, they don't even talk the way they talk in the spaces. They speak proper. I was like, yo, that's your voice? That's your real voice? Cool, whatever, went over there, got me a plate, got me some Hennessy and some Hennessy and lemonade, and ate some jerk chicken and was doing my thug this. It was cool. So I go, and I don't understand it, but like the good people, right? I tell them the reason why I say Miami's not going to win is not because of the talent. It's because of your coaching. And if you really go and you just digest the Mario Cristobal era, this is no trolling. Actually, I don't really give a fuck. Yeah, we went 2-10. That shit was a clusterfuck. I don't even know where to begin to tell you what the fuck happened with Florida State, but I could tell you exactly where the problem is with Miami. Every game that you've ever lost, you've lost because you've been fucking out-coached. Georgia Tech, right? The Georgia Tech loss? Mad about that? Not this year. Last year's Georgia Tech loss. Everybody and their mama knows you take a fucking knee in that situation, right? You decided to then you blame your OC? Like, bitch, you should have called timeout and you should have said, take a fucking knee. Let's take our ball and go home. Completely changes the season last year. Georgia Tech this year was a fucking coaching decision. Syracuse, coaching. Louisville, coaching. It's a lot of fucking coaching. Even the Florida State game, right? When you came in last year and y'all competed, you played to not get your ass whooped. That's how you played. And in that, like, you did not. And I kind of see why you didn't push the ball down the field, watching my man again this year, watching Emory in the bowl game. Like, but even when we look at the bowl game, right? Unnecessary. I don't blame Cam Ward. Cam Ward was not. I think that was negotiated. Common sense will tell you that's negotiated. But I also see the competitor in Cam Ward. What I saw was when they went down, I saw a guy trying to warm up and wanted to get back in the game. But I will give Mario this, and this was a coaching decision, is what lost him the game. Mario cared more about the kid's future than he cared about winning that ball game. And I respect that. But at the same time, your job is not to put, like, this is what people got to realize. High school coach's job is not to get your kid into college. The good ones do, but that is not what the stipend dictates. We don't get paid enough for that shit. Our job is to win high school fucking football games. And when you win high school football games, you know what typically happens? Kids go to college. A college coach's job is not to get your kid into the NFL. The good ones do. A college coach's job is to win college fucking football games. His job is to win a college football game. And if he would have won that game, there were bonuses that would have gone out to the staff. There was a whole bunch of other shit. He could have done all that little goofy ass shit where he slams the table and talks all that bravado, but he didn't. Cam Ward is probably the best thing that's happened to Miami since the last championship. And he deserves to not be criticized with all the bullshit that a lot of other people are doing. Like, especially, what's the motherfucking coach? I don't know if Coach B said it, Coach JB said it, or if Cam, somebody sent me something with him. Play the game, B. Play the game, B. Man, fuck you. You can't, like, learn how to write a contract. But Cam Ward, shit. Cam Ward did more than what he had to do. He did more than what Restrepo did. Restrepo been there for 17 years. It said, man, I'm going to tell, like that Kanye West song, Go Hard. I don't know if y'all remember how he ended the song. It was one of the coldest endings, even though George Bush my favorite president. But he said, this one thing y'all got to hear. I'm going to tell y'all like George Bush told me, fuck y'all, I'm out of here. That's what Restrepo said. Fuck y'all Cubans, I'm out of here.
To say he might as well have not shown up at all and let the backup play instead of playing.
For me, as a Florida State fan, I would have loved that because then we could have seen what the fucking future was for the University of Miami. Emory Williams is ass. Emory Williams is day shift stripper ass. Like, no flat, dirty G-string, stripping the country music ass.
It just seems so pointless.
Like, my man literally went in that bitch and they could not throw. They're running. Like, to be honest with you, it wasn't Emory's fault that they lost. It's still on the coaching because they were running the ball like they wanted to. But they kept trying to throw the ball with this motherfucker who clearly can't throw the football. He is not a thrower of the football.
He's a 6'5" Damn. Generational cheeks.
Like, dog.
This is a child.
Nah, Charles, not 1141 strippers. No, bro, no. Strip club just open. What's the like you? growing up in Florida, driving I-10 and driving 75, right? Because I used to go to Orlando, Cocoa area, plus things like that, was to drive and see Cafe Risque signs and always be enamored with, I want to go to Cafe Risque. Like, this is supposed to be a strip club. But it's like in the country. It is not a good strip club. He's Cafe Risque. Day shift strippers. Off the truck stop. He's a lot lizard.
Oh, they should make a Cafe Risque. Where I can have coffee and see someone skimpy.
I mean, that wouldn't be a bad thing, you know? Like, you know.
I don't want to be drunk all the time. I want to see titties with tea.
Titties and tea. Wow, I gotta tell Scott that might be our thing. That might be a thing for the club. Yeah, titties and tea. Like it sounds. Yeah, that's it. I got. Hold on. Let me see if he answers. That's a good. Maz is a marketing genius. Titties and tea. Yeah, like it sounds like upscale. Yeah. Like, I want to do it. What would we do this? Like, did you do it on a Sunday? Like, no, that's God's day. You got to do it like, you can't do it on a Thursday. Maybe when women have brunch. Yeah, when they have brunch. Women go to brunch, we go get titties and tea.
They can't be full naked.
They can wear the pasties.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, Mom just gave us a great idea. Like, something that we could do for, like, members or something. Like, it sounds like it's risky enough, but it sounds like really like upscale, like titties and tea, like male brunch.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I like the way you think. Never doesn't sell. I know that from my other business. So that's a great idea.
Like, we just came in one day, like, all right, maybe we're gonna do a male brunch. We're just gonna call it titties and tea. And
I like that. That sounds great. That's always a good brunch.
Yeah, don't really care about the food. I mean, I don't really know it like that part. We might not even have. Oh, what's the drink? Because it doesn't have to be tea. What's the drink? That you
Twisted tea.
No, it's a shot. It's a tea. Green tea shots.
Green tea shots. Yeah, I like that.
So now we got titties. So we don't even have to give real tea. It's just green tea shots and titties.
Sounds like a plan to me. I mean, let's make it happen. I'm all
in. I just felt like that's a real good. I was like, damn, that's a good ass idea. Titties and tea.
Yeah, I like that. I'm going to write that one down so we don't forget. Oh, that's funny. You up at the lounge now?
Yeah, I'm up at the lounge.
That's fucking great, man. I left a message for Jared. He texted me back yesterday. He's with his family. He finally.
Okay.
We're good. It wasn't bad. I didn't know where it was gonna go. I didn't want to get robbed. Like, he was talking about money. Like, I don't want to get fucking robbed. Like, you know. But anyways, man. Scott he's a Sicilian from Valdosta. No, Valdosta, Georgia, and Sicily, the Italy, yeah. The part that the boot is kicking, the island of boot, like it looks like a ball that Italy is kicking.
But Cam Ward did break the NCAA Division I all-time career passing touchdown record, beating out Case Keenum. Now Cam Ward has 156. Started out high school with 0 stars. Now he broke the D1 passing touchdown record. Crazy. But we got some video clips of some of the events from the game. Obviously, I know Adrian talked about this earlier in the chat, but we got the sideline fight. But first of all, we wanted to get this clip, so I had to retrieve it right quick. James, we got the Spaces clip.
Oh, yeah, please.
So we're going to play. This is just a clip from Miami fans' Spaces. And, yeah, tell us what y'all think.
I was clowning on Reese about his team. Man, I'm like, damn, our defense look the same. Hey, G. Willie, remember last year when I said no more Capacito? I'm back on that shit. Niggas told me I gotta wait till 2027 to watch Mario win a national championship game. Nigga, I'm 28. I ain't seen one yet. Why I gotta wait more? Come on, man. They told me big dogs barking. Mario was at the podium talking about, something about that you. It means something. What the fuck it mean if we don't even make the playoffs with everything on our plate? We had Cam Ward, bro. Listen to me, my fellas. I want you to understand this. I want you to listen to me real good, bro. We had Cam Ward. We had Damian Martinez. We got Ruben fucking Bain. We got Barrow out the portal. We had Barron out the fucking portal. Niggas told me that Marshall DB was it. We had Daryl Porter. I mean, shit. Well, we had him. Nigga disappeared a little bit. Shit. I forgot we even had him till they said he not playing today. Damari Brown, granted he injured. We had all these fucking players, bro. Just for Gidry to the fuck away, man.
Hey, bro, when you gonna land your plane, bro? All right, bro.
I'm
Got
done.
a whole lot of speakers, bro. All right, next speaker, please.
I started thinking to myself, damn, what did they do to make the nigga that mad?
Nah,
man. Like,
Do you think he comes across those?
I just think players do sometimes listen. They listen anonymously. I think that's the dumbest thing that players could possibly do. Like, stay the fuck away from message boards and spaces unless it's like a very controlled space, like an interview space. Like, don't go into no random fucking spaces after a loss. Like, you're trying to get your feelings hurt. Like, as I joke with people and say, life is too hard to go around purposely fucking up your happiness. I'm not going to purposely fuck up my happiness. But the problem is that a lot of fans were sold this thing like that it was already built. Basically, there was a lot of people said this is, you can't be disrespectful to your ancestors. They fucking said that this team was better than the 2001 championship team, which is arguably one of the greatest championship teams ever assembled. That Miami team was stupidly loaded from front end to back end. Sean Taylor was a backup to Ed Reed, a Hall of Famer. Like, so like, it's just like not even, it's crazy how for them to even utter that shit. But then they said this is going to be like Florida State's 2023 team. And I'm like, whoa, pump your brakes, man. Pump your brakes. So there was a lot of talent on that team. For this to happen, it just like, it's a lot of disappointment, but it's like a lot of guys just troll and talk so much shit that it just gets like, it becomes overbearing. And then like, this man was not playing hurt. This man was hurt. Like Travis Hunter finding out his girl's getting double soaked, which, by the way, that tweet had, I fucked Elon, by the way. I had a good tweet. That shit was a banger. And you know how many group chats that shit got sent to me? For me to only have like 6,000 likes, 6,000 views on it. I said the Mormons whispered in Travis Hunter's ear saying, "We running a soak train on your girl." Like one in the mouth, one in the and actually culo, not even fucking chocha. And I was like, they was like, damn, bro, that's fucked up. But that's what he was mad, like finding that your girl got a cheeks clap when you dropped her off at the dude's house. Like that's hurt. But the Pop Tart Bowl, like I like how they do the Pop Tart comes out, the Pop Tart cake comes out at the end. Did you see the Pop Tart man go up to the top? It was like, so he went to the top of the Pop Tart.
we have the video.
Okay, well, let's see. Because let's see what Miami had to watch after losing. Especially those games, you be hungry after the game, dog. Yeah, like, so yeah, let's watch. We'll watch let's do happiness and then get back to more miserableness. But like, let's go with happiness first, because this was cool. The Pop Tart logo was cool. I'm gonna go with female because but then again, who knows, man? Because you should, if you're not wearing pants, something should be swinging because technically it's just supposed to be a Pop Tart with legs. Non-binary. And he's acting like it's getting cooked. That's why. So I'm just saying that was pretty cool. Now let's look at some more mascot shenanigans. Like the mascot was fucking with the referees. Like they were getting active, man. Like this was pretty cool. I mean, like, you know, all jokes aside, Miami played in the coolest bowl game so far. Yeah. The Pop Tart mascot was nobody cared about the football game. Just cared about like Pop Tarts. Pop Tart. There's a bunch of kids right now telling their mom, "Got some Pop Tarts." Pop Tarts had a good sale going on in like Publix or Winn-Dixie. Like that would just be strategic marketing. But let's just watch like what could go wrong. Went wrong. And sometimes, you know, when you get a sugar high or a lack of sugar, like not eating enough sugar, like you get angry. You get hangry. And I guess this is what Miami was doing. Miami, this is the culture right here. Guys opting out in the middle of the fucking game, opting out before games, and this thuggery. Go back. You don't got to go all the way back. Shout out to Jalen Rivers from Oakleaf. Go back. Man, my uncle ain't my daddy, dog. Get the fuck out of here, dog. I told you about this shit. Stop talking about my mama, dog. That's what this shit looked like, dog. Two cousins. Two cousins. That motherfucker can't fight. He when you do shit like that to people, you know they can't fight, and you gonna knock them the fuck out. Like people don't be knowing sometimes, but in a situation of when things are going bad, they only get worser. Worser, like not even like more bad, like worser, I guess is the best way to say it. Just look at this again. This is where you just got to give up on the day. I wouldn't have done anything. I'd have stopped. Jalen Rivers, who I can't wait to interview at the combine. Good kid. Remember him growing up as a pup. He's literally he's smaller, believe it or not, Miami fans and anybody. He's smaller now than he was going into high school. He was like 400 pounds going into high school. He like football helped. But he could move. Football helped tone him up and carve him up. So let's listen to this young man talk.
Going forward, maybe some of the depth that you have at that position, and to still
got Pop Tarts in there. So they still got Pop Tarts.
Right over here, Mario. Back here.
Left for something.
Just the quarterback position. Obviously losing a great one in Cam, going to the NFL. Just all right.
Believe it, rumor has it that was
quarterback position wise
behind, and he was sick of hearing Mario talk, so he just shoved the goddamn the whole thing over and said, "Get the fuck out of here, losers." Dog, that's hilarious. Have I ever been in a situation where I wanted to fight a teammate in the middle of a fucking game? I don't think I've ever been that mad before. And then just watch this, man. God damn, bro. This is when did you see what I've tweeted? My quote tweet for this?
I think so, but I forgot it.
Let's just play. This is what happens when life hits you and you know it's over. You can no longer milk. You got your mom, your dad is saying, "I love you, son, but you got to get out the fucking house." I'm trying to walk butt ass naked around and just fuck your moms, and you just it gets weird. Get your old ass out and get you a job, son. The word for today is job. Job. Get your ass out and then go get you a job now, son. Because NFL ain't happening to you. They not drafting 30-year-old rookies.
I saw some quote tweet where they're like, his freshman year, they were playing like Dirty Sprite 2.
Yo.
In the locker room. I'm like, dang.
That's wild. When you really, to be honest with you, like when I sit back and I reflect on some things, life changes. Like every 4 years is like a whole nother world. And he's done that twice. Well, actually 3 times if you think about it. He came in the 4-year. That's one. Then it's been a whole new revolution. Like Future has changed. He's had like 10 kids during that time. Like, brother, like, he's not coming back, right? Like he's done for real, right?
I think so. I think he is done.
Okay. He's seen 3 presidents. Like that, your career should not span that. Not in college. This man could be a whole ass doctor by now. I hope not. He's not that good. He's not bad, but it's like he ain't like
for a 26-year-old. He's not that good.
Like, we can go get a freshman to do what he does. I mean, you know, if we're being honest, the only thing he can do is get rental cars for everybody on the team. Like when you're here, real talk, dead serious, man. I don't believe in a lot of the different rules. Play what you can play, get paid as much as you can get paid. But the minute your car insurance takes a dip, because you know when you're paying your car insurance on your own, it's higher than a motherfucker. But after 24, you see a noticeable drop. I remember it. I almost cried that day when I got my insurance rate, my insurance quote. If your insurance can drop, dog, you should not be playing football. Like you should be starting a family, boosting the economy. Yeah, like he needs to be out of there, dog. Like give somebody else a chance. They said Cam Ward's was wrong. No, this guy's was wrong with college football. Grown men playing U36 football on the college level. Go out there and play adult Pop Warner like everybody else, man. Over here hitting on the freshmen. Coming in like, you see that? When you see that freshman right there, she sure is good. You nasty motherfucker. Scandalous R. Kelly, Matt Geist type motherfucker, man. But nah, that wow. Oof. Jesus. Damn, imagine the 30 for 30 is going to be epic, though, with Miami. So just think about what's happening. We got over 100 people. So if anybody wants the hat tickets, make sure you redo that. If you want tickets to the Gator Bowl, it's all you can eat, all you can drink pass. There's also tickets inside the stadium. Show of hands, and if you want a Sports Den cap, we will be mailing out Sports Den caps. Put that up there. We get to 150. We'll probably do another hat as well as another set of tickets. If y'all tell people to come and join, make sure you're liking and subscribing to the channel as well. But imagine somebody starting a company, right? Starting a company, lying about that company to get $1 billion eval. Basically doing what that guy did to FAMU. Having that company shut down, but that was your NIL shell. Paying all this money for NILs. Having a guy lie to you about building a stadium in Coral Gables, some of the most expensive property in that area. Knowing that's not how this shit works. Urban planning, they do this shit for like 10 years out, bro. That shit doesn't you don't just stop he was going to prevent a school. He's like, we're going to stop a school and we're going to build a stadium in a neighborhood. Most stadiums are in the hood, unless the stadium was built and then all the properties were designed around it. But again, that's urban planning. To go and get the court, to get a do Reese's. I just thought about it. Did Reese's Peanut Butter Puff hit the portal? The quarterback they brought in to start, that was supposed to be better than anything, they didn't even put in for Cam Ward when he left. Reese's Pfeffenberger. They brought in 2 quarterbacks. They brought in a fruity booty, really good running back though. He's sassy. He takes his words. He's got red hair, red dreads, but he's good. And then you've got your media. We saw the one crash out, but have we ever seen a media member crash out before? Gabby Urethra crashed out. And like they talked about how, because everybody was, but he was right, but people are picking on him. They're like, you just say whatever Mario wants. He said Mario, it was not Cam Ward's decision to sit out the second half. It was Mario's decision. So people kind of got on him, and then he started crashing out on FSU fans. But can we go into Twitter real quick? And I don't know how to spell his name right. I don't think it's really Gabby Urethra. It's something. And it's probably technically racist the way I'm going about it, but whatever. It's one B. It's not two B's. Yeah, that one. But hold on, like we want to you might have to just spell it, because if you click on it, it's gonna go right to it. So spell out FSU. I want you to put Gabby Urethra in FSU. And like go to I have Gabby Vita. Oh, all right, Gators. All right, go back up. We may need to put 2-4. Gabby put 247 after his last name. In the FSU, because if you look at the amount of time that he really spends commenting on, like when you look at like a lot of the stuff that he talks about with FSU, I almost get him confused with like Brendan or Zach or any the other 247 guys. Like, because he tweets about FSU about as much as he tweets about Miami. If you just scroll down, it's embarrassing going all the way back to when he started. Like, I joke about saying he's maybe with our 247 because, like, he owns cats. Oh yeah, no, that's the dude that's own cat. The running back is a cat man. Would you own anybody own cat? I don't want to get on anybody. Like, I don't want to. Anyways, the running back owns cats. But Gabby just spends a lot of time talking about FSU, and it's just kind of weird. It's just like, damn, dog. Like you getting paid. Like I know 247 is like y'all together, but let Zach and Brendan do their job. And then you cover Miami. And let's just keep it like that. So on to the next.
One of the stories or videos I caught headlines would be the Eastern Carolina University versus NC State scuffle. And so we have the video to show y'all. So we just want to let y'all know, show y'all, tell us what you think of the video. Was this out of pocket by the players, or do they need to have system and rules in place, kind of like the Ohio State game, or what needs to happen with this?
All right, so this is after players got to stop storming the field so early, man. Oh, this is a flag. Was it like a hit flag, a late hit? Like, what do we know what caused all of this? I wonder how much this bowl game costs. It can't cost that much. I know Snoop cost $2 million to get his bowl game, but like the Go Bowling Military Bowl, like, come on, man. Like, I need an MFTK bowl. I need to know how much money I got to put down to get an MFTK bowl. That bowl game would be sick. If I hit the Powerball, if I'd hit Mega Millions, I was buying the Gator Bowl rights. I would just told them they could keep Tax Slayer and Toyota, just throw MFTK in there somewhere. But long story short, like, it should not be the only way you can really prevent something like this is that to have a penalty so harsh that it makes people not want to do it. But let's push back because the referees got fucked up too.
There's some bad blood between these two teams. Look at this. They got to get control of this.
NC State is really pressing the issue.
This is a terrible scene at the end of what has been a fantastic bowl game. You hate to see this. Remember, Jay, these two teams opened the
He already got gashed.
year. Yeah, they start the 2025 season in Raleigh. You already know what that's going to be all about. Now, this is the last thing.
I mean, this is a lot of one. These guys have no etiquette. Don't go into a fight with your helmet off. Like helmet on, guys. Keep protect yourself. And this lasted forever, man.
Coaches for both teams.
So there was I didn't see. Was there violence that happened in there?
Somebody said, Chad Wheeler said they're trying to do BTA.
Belt to ass?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
to NSCU.
Oh, yeah. That's wild. Yeah, that shouldn't have. They got to get rid of that. They got to get rid of the belt. It's actually belt to ass on a young level. If your kids do that, the coach gets suspended. So belt to ass is like basically you won and you go to the player and you act like you whipping them, like you spanking them. They either take a towel or do it like so. Like it's that's offensive.
Yeah, you might as well spit in his face.
Like you've already beaten me, but now you're trying to do that. Like okay, like that fights. Well, I can see why fights happen with that. But like the only way to make this, like you've got to suspend. You got to go suspend the people that were the culprits. Do an investigation. If I'm the NCAA, this is what I do: investigation. Make yourself useful. Suspend the coach for a couple games, and suspend the players for a couple games. You got to tap that pocket. You got to tap the pockets, and you got to tap the ability to earn. Because this should not happen. I personally don't like referees across the board. Some are good, some aren't. I've wanted to do this too. I've wanted to split the shit of a couple referees personally. But like, I don't think this referee did anything. That's only when they be popping off. But this guy wasn't a part of this fight. And look at this man's face. That man should not, that should not have happened to that man. That's fucked up. All because people want to be out of pocket and want to act like goons. Football fights don't be violent like that, dog. But yeah, that belt to ass thing need to be.
We say it on like video games and stuff. That's why I didn't understand. And even then, it's just words. This is acting it out. Oh.
I don't know, man, but going off the bowl game weekend, we had BYU playing Colorado in the Valero Alamo Bowl. So if you guys did not watch this game, BYU destroyed Colorado 36-14. So I just want to read you some of the stats of this game. Shadur Sanders went 16 for 23, 208 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Travis Hunter had 4 receptions for 106 yards and 1 tutty. Did you get a chance to watch this game, James?
I sure did. And I thought it was racist. The way that BYU coach beat the fuck out of Deion and his team. I personally think that he didn't want to beat Colorado. He wanted to beat Deion. And that was his own. The only motivation was to beat Deion. I say that because that's what Deion literally said that last year. No, them Mormons beat the fuck out of Colorado. This is why you can't go up and we're not going to. We have a culture. My guys aren't going to opt out. They had a couple guys opt out, but nobody talked about it. It wasn't the guy. You had 2 top 10 picks. The Heisman Trophy, probably 3 other draft picks minimum on that team. Quarterback of the year. And can we look up the stats just so I can make sure I'm saying this right? Like
Of the box score?
Yeah, the box score.
Okay.
What was the passing yardage? Did Shadir got over 200, right? I know
208.
Okay, because Travis had that one big catch that got him over a bill, if I remember correctly, or close to it. Travis Hunter was definitely not the same. He was not the same. It was a throttling. 22 first downs to 9 first downs. Shadir was getting his ass. Like, it's just, like, people keep talking about, the whole line. We were also saying this team should have been in the playoff. Is it Uchi Wally Wally or is it one Mike? Like, I don't want to hear shit about nothing when nobody complained about the piss poor O-line when he won the Quarterback of the Year award, or when Travis won the Offensive Player of the Year as well as the Defensive Player of the Year or some bullshit like that, and got the Bolitnikoff.
Yeah, Colorado only had obviously in college, sacks count towards your rushing yards. So Colorado only had 2 rushing yards total the entire game.
So if this was the NFL, Shadir wouldn't have got over 100. Because doesn't sacks go against your passing yards in the NFL? It doesn't matter. Bottom line is that's not the play of nobody opting out against a team that's not better than you, with a coaching staff that's not better. You got your ass whooped by them Mormons and the Polynesian head coach. Yo, Miles, your sister said, I ain't never seen that many white people on a fucking football field before. She's like, how are they winning? Deion set black football back a decade. Do you know how many kids were watching that, imagining a world back when America was making them, back when America was great? I meant to tell you this too. Did you notice that Iowa State's running back was Caucasian and was running all over Miami?
Yeah.
And another because one thing I love is a good Caucasian running back. I love me a Skeeter Boo, whatever his name is, Skeeter B. And I love this. It was just like I was sitting there, and again, it was borderline racist how hard they were hitting these people. Have you ever seen, like, it's like they read in the Book of Mormon that white people are better than blacks, and they went out there and showed for the Mormon cause. Because for you guys that not know, BYU is literally a Mormon college. You cannot fuck on campus or they will kick you out. I don't even know if you can have sex as a student. I think they're changing that because that's how they got the number 1 basketball player in the nation. Like, ain't no way the number 1 basketball player in the nation coming there and not coming. Like, it's just not going to happen. Not going to work. Them boys came out there and said, we're going to show you. I said, like, I promise you, dude, the one thing in this whole Travis Hunter situation that we've learned is that he can be touched. You can't come at him. You got to come at his surroundings. And I promise you, them Mormons was saying some weird, freaky shit to him. Like, Heisman Trophy winner and only 1 wife. I got 3 of them. Probably came up in there and said, like, hey, I'm gonna take your bitch and make her one of my many wives. We're gonna take your children, we're gonna breed them. Probably said some shit, like, again, like I said some shit like, we're gonna just do a soak train on your old lady. Like, we got it in a back room. It's just some wild shit, just like, oh, wow. This is true? Deion was 0-6 versus top when he played a team with a pulse? He's 2-10 against teams with a above record of 500? So when you actually look at the proof, it's not really that good? Are you trying to tell me that Deion might be a fraud? No way. Nah. Proud of the black man for doing what he needed to do, but grateful that his ass wasn't in the college football playoff. Because you know what that would have done if you'd been in the college football playoff? Set black coaches back decades.
Their only ranked win was against last season against TCU first game when they were ranked 17. But all the other ranked opponents they played, they lost.
So anytime he saw a team with a hashtag and a number in front of it, they just fucking folded. Fraudulent.
Speaking of Travis Hunter, I saw you reposted this.
That cat do look like Travis Hunter, dog. I mean, that dog do look like Travis Hunter. Yeah, if you look into somebody told me Travis Hunter looks like a caricature of Travis Hunter. Like, I actually think if he would have had the slanted teeth like he had before, I think it would be better. Because it takes something off. Because the first thing you notice is the slanted teeth, right? But now with the slanted teeth, his teeth are perfect. But now you see all the mouth. Will we see three guys? One will be dope. Yo, the guy who does the videos did a Shedeur Sanders highlight film. And it was funny because he's like, I'm Shedeur Sanders, and I be on that bull. And then he went to Deion. He's that junk. Like he couldn't cuss in front of his dad. And I ain't gonna lie, man. I didn't realize Shedeur is a headhunter. Like he is the opposite of his dad playing. Like he is literally trying to knock the fuck out of everybody. My bad, Shiloh.
Oh,
you're right, Shiloh. The one he doesn't like.
Hall of Fame. I don't even know. Cheeks.
But he be like if this was another era of the NFL, I think he would be fine. You have to cover in the secondary though. You can't just be going around just trying to kill people. Like one, they're gonna take all your money out of your check. But he'll get a chance for somebody.
He's 24. He's just, all that pent up aggression. He's just tired of playing in college.
He's the unfavored son. He's the middle child, one. So it's already wild when you're the middle child. He's not the favorite. Everybody knows Deion loves Shedeur more than anybody else. He doesn't even like Deion, little Deion. Little Deion is only around because he takes pictures and he's really good with social media. And he can say the stuff that big Deion can't say. So, I mean, even the sister, like, even though the sister's partnering with the mom, but like, damn, they lost to Oklahoma State. Oh, no. Okay, I got you. They had ranked team. My bad. I get you, Duran. There were teams that were supposed to be better that they didn't. I got you. I'm with that. But yeah, man. Deion, they say Alex Atkins is rumored to be going to Colorado. Colorado's offensive line coach left to go to Mississippi State.
Luke?
We got a couple other coaches leaving the Colorado staff. It's gonna be interesting to see what Deion does next year with Juju, and they got somebody else that's pretty darn good.
Yeah, Reggie Martin said Shiloh was celebrating and dancing on the two plays that had penalties called against him.
He was. I do remember that.
Man. But that's what we had for the college football segment. So I know
bowl game. If y'all tell my bad, just bowl games. These bowl games have been enjoyable. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all are saying. Like y'all are just jealous of little kids making money. I love these bowl games. I want more of them. Now I don't like the matchup for the Gator Bowl, but we can't help that. But yeah, I'm excited about what's going on. So, but yeah, all right. What we got next?
So we're transitioning to the NFL. Also a slate of crazy games as the season winds down to an end. But first, we have the MFTK rookie moment. So shout out to these 4 rookies right here for just doing their thing on the field. And we're going to pull it up right here. So for the first time in NFL history, 4 rookies have all reached 1,000 receiving yards. Brock Bowers, Jacksonville's own Brian Thomas Jr., Malik Neighbors, and Ladd McConkey out of Georgia. So, James,
Two exciting whites.
Yep. What you think about these rookies putting up these crazy numbers?
All good. Jags could win. Like Brian, I think somebody had a stat. Every time the Jags scored, Brian Thomas Jr. got the ball in the last game. My complaint was that Trevor Lawrence did not want to throw the ball to Brian Thomas Jr. for some reason. And that's why the Jags lost games. When Mac Jones is not anywhere near as talented as Trevor Lawrence, but he's smarter than him. He figured out if I get the ball to 7, good shit happens. And it opens it up for other people. You've got guys that are going to be talented. Malik Neighbors is really, really good with a bad quarterback. Brock Bowers is going to be that next good hybrid tight end because he's not big like Gronk and all those other guys. And McConkey with a good quarter, he's got a quarterback he's going to extend Herbert's career for another 3 to 4 years, just by being able to play with him. And that's just not. I mean, there's other good rookies that have been playing very well this year, like in general, my illegitimate son. He's been doing pretty decent this year. He just was hurt for most of the year. I told Keon scored a touchdown. He said, "Of course he did." Like my baby boy knows that's what Coleman's do. So it's just a good, again, people are like, NFL stinks. And I'm like, guys, what the fuck are y'all watching, man? Like this shit is just football in general this year. To me, as a guy who watches a ton of it, was very fun. It was a lot of fun to watch and to be a part of. So yeah, kudos to that. Again, shout out to exciting white Brock Bowers. To be a tight end to go over 1,000 yards, like because these guys are going to probably make the Pro Bowl out the gate. Good stuff.
So Brock Bowers has the following rookie records: 1,088 receiving yards. That is the most in team history and the most by tight end in NFL history. He passes Amari Cooper and Mike Ditka. So keep doing your thing, Brock Bowers. And yeah, so first things first, some of the popular games we got to discuss. Obviously, the first being the Jets and Bills. So this was just a blowout. The Jets lost 14-40, and the Jets found themselves down 33-0. And after the game, Aaron Rodgers had an answer to the press about why they had a switch at quarterback.
He's starting to look like that dude from The Walking Dead more and more every day.
What was the conversation like with Jeff when you got out of the game? What were your thoughts on that?
Oh, my bad. I didn't know the volume was on.
I mean, it was. What was the conversation like with Jeff when you got out of the game? What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, it was 33-0. We were sitting there, and I said at some point, probably go to Tyrod here, huh? And then the next play, they threw a screen for a touchdown. So it's 48-0.
What was the conversation?
So yeah, James, he was saying, I mean, it was 33-0. We were sitting there, and I said, at some point, probably go to Tyrod here, huh? After benching himself in the fourth quarter of the game. Now, is this a vet move, or is this a come on, man, what you doing?
This is like, man, I'm getting my ass. We getting like, why do I like? So when things are going like when you, a blowout on either side of it, at that point where the game is like out of hand, you typically do put in your backup so that you don't fuck up the real quarterback. That being said, it's one game left. The season's over. We're not going to the playoffs. Like,
are they continuing the Aaron Rodgers?
They should have. Aaron Rodgers is why I don't listen to like. Trying to think the best way to say this. People complain about how they're treated and then end up treating people the exact same way that they were treated. And those are terrible people. I see Aaron didn't talk to his mom, dad, or his brother. Who Jordan Rodgers was pretty good in his own right. Like, he's a terrible person. Like, the family was going through a fire, right? The fires in California. He didn't even call to check on his people. But he did donate money to the people in the fires in California. So I'm not going because I get it. Trust me, I get it. I don't know what happened. Something happened. It clearly don't fuck with him. But when you look at the totality of everything else that's happened with Aaron Rodgers, I have to believe it's Aaron. When I listen to him talk about all this other shit, he gets on and spews this nonsense about washed up athletes getting on podcasts and having platforms to talk about people who are accomplishing things. Meanwhile, he's doing it on that podcast. Right. Like, how many of you guys really knew that Pat McAfee was the kicker for the Colts? How many people? We talk about kickers aren't people. Pat McAfee's the only kicker that we all like. We fucks with Pat. But I'm just saying, like, he's over here talking, and Ryan Clark's like, bitch, you literally are, that's what you're doing right now. You're using that platform to downplay other cats who haven't had your level of success because you won a Super Bowl years ago.
This is after getting past the Jewish stuff and the false medical stuff.
Yeah.
We will look past all
But
of
the
that.
thing is like you were crying because Brett Favre didn't hug you. Because you were drafted to replace him while he was still good. Now, granted, Brett Favre could have been a little bit more like understanding.
But that's another bad person.
But that's what I'm saying. So like you became Brett Favre. But with none of the lovable traits of Brett Favre. Like Brett Favre at least like was exciting in his last years.
He claimed off as an everyman before we found out.
But yeah, he was doing Wrangler commercials.
Yeah.
Like, it just felt like, that makes sense.
You want to be here with Brett Favre.
And then he sending dick pics. And okay. He shot a shot at Aaron. And look, I'm like, come on, dog. So I wouldn't do it, but sometimes that's the shot you shoot. Like, boom, I got something. Wham, whip it out. I got dick and money, baby. What you want? Dick, money, and bubble gum. That's a shot that a lot of rich people can shoot. Didn't work out for him. Then, then he started talking and we didn't like him. And then he stole money from people in Mississippi. And he should be in jail for that. But like Rodgers is just not.
He's not even likable. Like he doesn't come off. Even when he was the State Farm guy.
No. That's disrespect.
You like
different era. This is different era because
like
when we growing up and discount double check, that was big. That was big. But I was a kid.
I think if they would have got somebody else to do the discount double check, it would have been like cooler. But like I don't.
Discount double check. Discount double check. But
then he called him the LeBron James of football before LeBron won the rest of his Super championships, and I was like, "Yo, there has never been a more accurate description." All the talent, all the tools in the world. He only had he's won one Super Bowl.
Oh, okay, I get that.
So at the time, LeBron had only had one ring. Generational talent. Nobody's that. It's just like he's Aaron. He's the LeBron James of football. Like now you can't say that. I got to find another person who's really good. Giannis and Antetokounmpo, whatever the name is.
Nowadays, that's a good one now. Yeah, that's actually a pretty close
all the
one.
Tools you like, you just can't put people around him. You can't put enough around him to make him win.
Because Aaron Rodgers is like one of the best throwers of the ball we ever seen, right?
Yeah.
So
it's just not good.
We have to give credit to the follow through of Tom Brady's and the
Patricks and their knowledge of the offensive scheme that they have is so much better than Aaron's.
You think that's what it
and
is?
I think what happens is there's a reason why though. There's a consistency. So like Pat has been with the same guy in Andy Reid his entire career. He knows. So even when the offense it's his offense. So they haven't changed the offense. And I heard when I heard Kelsey basically break down why it's so tough to stop their offense, it's literally every route is a check down. Not a check down, excuse me. It's an option route. So what that means is so whatever you go up against, it could be a play, it could be all curls, but like if there's something that they feel they can beat you on a go or they can beat you on a post, they can run whatever they want to. And when he's scrambling, he knows where to throw the ball to. So like he knows that somebody's supposed to be in this spot because that's the way the play is designed. So when he's scrambling, he sees the defense, he knows where he can go. That only works on a video game. It's hard to do that in real life. Tom Brady was so good that for years people forget that New England didn't really have a running game. The running game was their short passing game. His ability to get rid of the ball and not get sacked was second to none. Aaron has all the other tools, probably better tools than, well, maybe not Pat, but better tools than Tom had. Tom didn't have a cannon arm. Tom didn't have a lot of these other different things. Like, bro, Corey Dillon late, Fred Taylor late, just LeGarrette Blount. Like, it was literally just never. He had our guy from the Jags, Leonard Fournette.
Oh.
Like in Tampa Bay.
Oh, yeah.
So just nobody just like in the like great in their prime. But anyways, though, fuck Aaron. Fuck Fred Favre. I'm so tired of them sucking. It's time to get Jordan Travis healthy.
He turned away from God. That's what happened.
I just wanted to share this stat. Shout out to OptaStats. You know, we always got to show love and just highlight some of the stats they post on their social. So Aaron Rodgers is the first QB to throw an interception and then get flagged for unnecessary roughness on the return since Minnesota's Tarvaris Jackson in 2008 Week 17 versus the Giants, a.k.a. Aaron Rodgers is the number one YC.
Yeah, he definitely, yeah. Antonio Brown needs to give him that. That's a Cracker of the Year award nomination. He's really doing that. So
I thought it was AI.
Nah, he really did.
His brain is AI.
Really did that. But check those. So speaking of that, just to get political a little bit, and not like say the legacy of Freedom Ball presented by the Black Conservative Federation. It's happening this Sunday, January 19th, which is MLK weekend. The people who will be there are President Donald J. Trump, the 47th president. That's actually, I think that's the weekend that he actually he'll get got to get inducted.
Inaugurated, yeah,
excuse me.
It is inaugurated.
Gianno Caldwell, somebody who's a Fox News analyst, would be the master of ceremonies. Deontay Johnson. They got a black one.
The wide receiver?
No.
Oh,
he's been eating. He ain't receiving shit. JD Vance will be there as well.
What the heck is Freedom Ball?
The mistress of ceremonies, radio talk, Kimberly. She nice. Clackick? I don't know, but she fine.
I'm surprised old girl ain't there.
Who?
What's her name? The black girl, Pate. That's her last name, Pate.
No, you talking about Candace Owens?
No. She's like light skinned.
I don't know. Sage Steele fine ass.
Sage Steele, that's who it is.
Sage Steele fine ass gonna be there, but Sage Steele is built like a stick, but she pretty though. Evangelist Alveda King. Oh shit! They're gonna have an AKA in the building. Jennifer Carroll. You know, Nolan Carroll's mom. She used to be a lieutenant governor. Them Fleming Island people.
Sounds familiar.
She's they say Jennifer Carroll go both ways too. That was when she got to get impeached. That was part of the thing that she was like, I love Jennifer Carroll, boy. When I seen her, she was bad. Sorry, Nolan. No disrespect. And special and celebrity guests. So I wanted to make sure I brought this up. I don't know who Anton Daniels is, but Antonio Brown will be there.
Oh God.
And Fivio Foreign.
What? Did he get pardoned?
Maybe. I don't know. Who is Fivio Foreign?
He's a rapper from New York.
Please, for real. What is this? What is this event?
I don't know. I've never heard of it. This is the first annual Freedom Fest.
It's making me upset. I don't like that it's called Freedom Ball. I don't like that.
Does Fivio Foreign, what does he have a song that I would know?
Yeah, he was on some Pop Smoke tracks. I'm gonna see his famous song.
He's not the dude that dated. He didn't date Meg Thee Stallion now at any point, did he?
No.
Okay.
What is his favorite? His most famous song? Let me see.
I don't know. These names be wild, man.
Yeah. You probably wouldn't know his songs, but he's not that good. He was on Donda. Pretty sure with Kanye. Friends with Kanye. But yeah. Shout out to YC Aaron Rodgers, though. But Keon Coleman had a grab during this game. He had a touchdown courtesy of Josh Allen. Wanted to show y'all the clip right here. FSU's own. Share this with y'all.
Oh my gosh.
Point plus margin.
Lamar.
Take that, Lamar. It's my MVP, Lamar.
So, I mean, I can't see any other reason to throw that ball besides Pat instead.
Man. Computer just. But yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Y'all say some funny stuff down in this house. Up top chicken box.
It's a new thing. They do like head top is a thing. I only heard of up top chicken box because of Bryson. Actually, I got to start calling him B5. By the way, he went down to the Under Armour freshman thing and like got MVP. Beat the fuck out of everyone. It was like we showed the video of him in one-on-ones, but he actually got MVP of the game.
Should he even do these anymore?
Nah, it should be illegal for him to compete against kids his age, even though he's younger than most of the kids his age. Like, it was freshman All-American. Most of those kids are 15. Again, he's only been 14 for a few months. And he's just bigger, faster, stronger than all of them. Like, it's just
He doesn't need any more exposure.
but he's gonna get it. Like, this year is gonna be wild. Following him with the 7-on-7 shit. B5 just watching him, B5. But he does they do head top, and then the thing that's more annoying, but it's kind of addictive, is when you catch like you catch on the guy, and it's like it's like you blurred him, and like it's just so. It's like, and then when they catch, they'll touch the top of your head. Like, I want to fight you now.
Yeah, there's no way. I would lose every game, but I will suplex you, and then I'll catch you when you're not looking.
That's what I told Jay. I used to tell James. James was like, "Coach, put me on punt return." I said, "Bitch, I would not do that." You know why? Because I would hate you. And I know what another coach would do, because like I'm going to send my sorriest player, and we're just going to run down and we're going to take the 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, that's it.
We get you out of the game, we're good. I don't want that happening to you. I would do it. I wouldn't even be mad at the coach for doing it. It's strategic. Especially if it's within the confines of the game. But that, but the problem is the mindset. Like, that's how we thought when I played. Like, I was trying to like, I just looked at something. What was they just posted my my boy Corn posted this picture. It's all Big Ben, so I don't know if they can. You guys can't really see in there, but there's a young man. There's a handsome young lad. If you look bottom left, second row. That's Tallahassee. There's a lot of NFL experience in that clip right there. A lot of guys went D1, right? That era right there. That's not the whole team. So like some of the guys didn't take pictures, but there's a lot of motherfuckers in there that was just trying to kill each other when we played. Sam McGrew was in there. Sam McGrew slanted my jaw. I played when my face mask was broken. Like, now you can't do this shit. My face mask had broken in the middle of the game, and I couldn't get to the sideline. So I came in, and the thing swung open, and then Sam caught me right here on my cheek. Just bam. And then everything shifted. Jaw was fucked up. Didn't have insurance. Couldn't get surgery. Shit healed naturally. And my mouth went from being perfect. I had the perfect smile to now I could become I could sing J. Cole's song proudly, Crooked Smile. My dad was like, it makes you look more manly. I'm like, bitch, I want my perfect teeth. But then they told me they would have to break my jaw, reset everything. And I was just like, I ain't doing all that shit. But it was just straight up, we were trying to harm people. The only reason I played football was because my high school coach said, you come out here, you used to fight. Like, stop fighting. You can go to jail. You could do everything that you wanted to do in the street on this football field, and they would cheer you. And you could probably go to college. I was like, for real? So you dead serious? Like, I can go out there and knock the shit out of somebody, and they're going to applaud me. He said, yes. I said, bet. And I would go out there and I was literally trying to harm people. I was trying to I was mad at my dad. 2:15 come around, practice, game. I got to take it out on you. So I love it. Now this era now that they don't even they're friends. We didn't have social media too. So that's another thing. Like you kind of you only knew the people you saw in the newspaper and when you kind of linked up every now and then. But if you were from a different neighborhood, you didn't fuck with people in a different neighborhood, from a different city. These guys are all laughing and keying and social media friends. And I don't want to hit him hard. He's my friend. I'm weeding that shit out of my son. I'm sitting there telling him straight up. When he was 5 playing I, he's like, "Hey, that's my friend Timmy." I said, "Come here, bring your ass here." I said, "Timmy does not exist right now. Now after the game, you can invite Timmy over the house. I'll take him to go. I'll take you both to Chuck E. Cheese, but you would dominate Jimmy. Timmy, you will beat the fuck out. Do you understand what I'm saying?" Yeah, they be like, "Yes, Dad, I know. He's not my friend right now." After the game, and then got to raise your kids right. Problem is, y'all raising some pacified pussies. And then wondering why the world is going down the wrong way, why the game is getting soft. My kids might not be good, but they're going to try to knock people the fuck out. That's my only hope. But, all right. See what Keon doing. And I ain't even raise him.
Shout out to Braden Fiske for having a monster season, as well as Jared Verse. So
rookie cap.
The defensive end, Braden Fiske, recorded his 8th sack of the season in the second quarter, the most by a Rams player this season, second quarter of the Cardinals game. His 8 sacks are the most among all rookies and tied for the 3rd most in the season by a Rams rookie, trailing only Aaron Donald and Kobe Turner, who both have 9. Now, I mentioned Jared Verse. Jared Verse is yet again a huge favorite to win the Defensive Rookie of the Year after last night. Quinyon Mitchell and Braden Fiske are tied for second. So the current odds were Jared Fiske, -250, and then Braden and Quinyon +450. So the 2 highest Defensive of the Rookie of the Year odds, excuse me, are both FSU alumni.
Says something. But it's also crazy that the Rams lost Aaron Donald, betted on a young team, and are potentially set up to have a longer run than they had when they won the Super Bowl a few years ago, which is just amazing coaching.
Huge shout out to Sean McVay for that. And you remember when they won the championship, he said F them picks, but he clearly regrets that. He clearly regrets saying that because them picks putting in work right now. So it's crazy how a season can, well, not even a season, a statement can turn around so fast for you. But going through the list of games, another key game we had was the Broncos versus Bengals game. Now, this was a close game as well. 24-30. Bengals took home a W with this game. Joe Burrow balled out 39 of 49, 412 yards, 3 touchdowns. And then T. Higgins, I don't know who had him on their parlays, but he went off 11 receptions, 131 yards, and the craziest stat of them all, 3 tutties. Now I got a clip of the game-winning touchdown. I'll be pulling up for you all. So this game did go into overtime, and T. Higgins had 2 monster catches for the Bengals to take them over the hump for the lead right here.
This catch is so amazing. Doing the little the roll, is that a pilgrim that he's torturing? To what? This was a straight up milk check. This is a good old fashioned milk check right there. And again, oh my God, that's so racist. I can't believe Burrow would do that to his fellow white. Oh, but that ain't help with the foot. That ain't helping him right there though. T. Higgins don't run as fast as him, but T. Higgins been in the weight room. It's like, bitch, get out of me. T. Higgins is just nice. It could have happened to anybody. It didn't matter. You could have been white, black, Indian, alien. Doesn't matter. He was cooking that day.
So the Jaguars played the Tennessee Titans yesterday, in a AFC division game. Obviously, these games are always important, but both these teams right now, they don't have the best record. So a lot of people weren't really speculating the greatest things out of it. Obviously, too, the game started off with horrible weather conditions especially in the first half. I know it was very gloomy and rainy outside. So the Titans ended up losing to the Jags in Jacksonville 13-20. Mac Jones is still hurt. Trevor Lawrence is hurt, obviously. So Mac Jones is playing. And then Mason Rudolph was the starting quarterback for the Tennessee Titans. But huge shout out to Brian Thomas Jr. again as he continues to make headlines and history with this. Brian Thomas Jr. ties Randy Moss's rookie record for most games, 8, with 60-plus receiving yards and a touchdown in NFL history.
Nice.
So shout
out to him.
Yeah, shout out to them. Did you go? I saw you tweeted, James. You didn't go to this game?
I wasn't feeling great, and it was raining and nasty weather. I was like, nah, I'm straight. I'm gonna watch this bit right here in my bed.
I just want to pull up the team stats right quick, just so everybody can see. So just some notable stats of the key stats right here of the team stats would be the first down differences. Tennessee had 23 first downs compared to Jacksonville's 18, but still somehow ended up with the L. So total yards, Tennessee had more as well with 337 compared to 295. Both had the same amount of drives, only 5 yards difference in their passing game. And then Tennessee had more rushing yards as well. And then, the top was the same amount for each team, just less than a minute difference between them. And Tennessee had a turnover as well, which
that's typically when everything is even is who turned the ball over. Man. Again, the NFL is very simple. Good run game, time of possession. It's meant to be close. The Jags have lost so many one-score games that, if they really just, even if they won half of those, they would probably be still in. This would have been a playoff game. So it's just, again, man, it's just wild. It's weird. They should not be as bad as they are. Unfortunately, something's. I don't know, man. They need to get rid of. They have enough pieces on offense. Their defense definitely needs to get better. And Trevor, he needs to learn from Mac Jones. Stop trying to be a top 10 quarterback and just win. And rely. And if Tank Bigsby can stop fucking fumbling and ETN can stop fumbling at inopportune times, they'll be a really, really good team.
What do you think about this plane flying over the game yesterday saying Shad, a.k.a. Shad Khan, the owner of the Jags, fire Trent Baalke for Duval, the Jacksonville Jaguars GM?
Should have been done. Baalke clearly is the guy who was in the Muslim guy who was in the Sultan's ear in Aladdin. He has something. He's got hypnosis or some shit on him. I don't know what's going on. Either he's got. I really think, and they won't let me say this on Sports Final, so I could say this here because it's my show. Shad is Muslim. So he's from Arabic descent. They got pictures of him eating pork ribs or some shit. I don't know what it is, but and enjoying it. It's not just eating. He's got a big old smile, barbecue sauce in his mustache, looking like he is just throwing down on this pork rib. And that's the only reason Baalke still has a job, to blackmail this guy.
So Jaguars with this win, obviously their hopes of drafting the number 1 pick dwindled with this. So it's looking like, I don't know what
everybody saw Shadur and Cam Ward play and said, nah, if we straight. I can't get nothing for that. Fuck this shit. I'm getting out of here, man.
Yeah. So I don't know what the updated NFL mock draft is, but I assume the Patriots will have the number 1 pick since they lost. And I know the Giants won, the Jags won. And
the Patriots have the number 1 pick.
Yeah, Patriots have the number 1 pick right now.
The Raiders are down to 8 or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
I think Jags are still top 5.
Mm-hmm. But speaking of top 5, this guy is making a case for top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Now, I don't know if y'all watched the Sunday night game last night between the Falcons and the Commanders, but Jayden Daniels was showing us why he was that top pick, man. So if y'all did not know, Jayden Daniels broke the NFL rookie QB rushing record, beating none other than RG3's 815 rushing yards in his rookie QB season. So last night, Jayden Daniels had his first career 100-plus yard rushing game, and he got a playoff berth in his season, and he broke the NFL record. So Jayden Daniels had 127 yards on the ground with 16 carries, but his passing game was none other than great as well. He was 24-36 for 227 yards, 3 touchdowns, and 1 interception. Michael Penix had 1 interception, 1 touchdown, was 19 for 35, and had 223 passing yards. Bijan Robinson going off, doing what he does. 17 carries, 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. Drake London doing his thing. 7 receptions, 106 yards, 0 touchdowns. And surprisingly, Kyle Pitts caught a touchdown yesterday.
I'm surprised he can catch.
4 receptions, 44 yards, and a tutty. Now, James, what do you think of this game? And more importantly, Jayden Daniels' awesome performance.
I think Jayden Daniels is cool. I just don't want to jump on him too hard because Texas quarterback. We were all on CJ Stroud. Yeah, we were all on Stroud last year. He's better than Stroud was last year. Well, again, people bitch about NIL, transfer portal, and everything else. He's 24 years old. His level of maturity, he's like 3 years older than most of the rookies that were on the team. His level of maturity is a lot different than everybody else's. So he probably can process stuff a little bit more. So he was able to actually get developed in college. What did he play? 2 years at LSU? I think it was 2 years. Yeah, he lost to Florida State twice. So 2 years at LSU. He was able to get 3 years of development at Arizona State with an NFL coach and Herm Edwards. I mean, he has an idea of what he can do, and he's a runner when he needs to be. And I think it's exciting to watch that. It's crazy seeing the world flip from where I never believed that we would have, to be a black quarterback was an anomaly, to where now it doesn't matter what you are. And your athleticism is not used as a knock against you, because you want to be able to have a guy that when it all breaks down, he can be able to get more yards. And guys are it's like I said, it's really cool to watch this now. So it's dope. And Michael Penix is going to be okay. He's probably the quarterback that Atlanta deserves. I need them guys to the do-rag is crazy that he has on, but just whatever. And, but I like him because, again, I grew up with his high school coach. So,
and he just recently got engaged to his fiance.
Shout out to him.
So shout out him, man. Shout out him. Keep doing your thing, man. And yeah, keep weathering the storm in the ATL. So we got our Big Games B.S. segment. So one of the news I wanted to touch on right quick was obviously a former president, Jimmy Carter, died. He was 100. He reached that mark, man. So just wanted to show him love and show you guys what all he saw throughout history. So he witnessed the Great Depression, saw Jackie Robinson play in person, World War II, Civil Rights Movement, 9/11, and even COVID-19. But after 100 years on this planet, he had never seen Joel Embiid make a conference finals.
That's wild. That's wild, man. That's crazy. I was wondering where that was going, man, but that's cool. Jimmy Carter's dope, man. I remember everybody just talked about how he's the worst president, and I don't remember it. I wasn't even alive when he was president, but all the stuff that he's done since he's been a president, winning the Nobel Peace Prize and all those other cool things, built over 2,000 houses with Habitat for Humanity. Actually, is one of the reasons why Habitat for Humanity has really gotten a lot of the pub that they've gotten. Shout out to the people who try to leave the world a better place than what they brought it in as. So it's crazy to listen to, he lost his first election bid at governor to a segregationist. and then he beat him the next year, 68, then beat him the next year. So it's kind of like when people say things, it's like we're really not that far removed from a lot of wild shit. So America's one of the greatest, it's the greatest country in the world, but we had a wild past, and there's nothing wrong with acknowledging both.
Yeah, so Carter, I just wanted to read this article about Carter, and he had a major role in the U.S. boycotting the 1980s Olympics, Russian Olympics. So Carter's use of the Olympics to send a political message proved crucial in his presidency. So the the U.S. decided to decline sending their team to the 1980s Olympics. The move was a boycott in response to the Soviet Union's invasion of Afghanistan in 1979. 64 other countries joined the U.S. and only 80 countries participated this year. So yeah, he was really, really about his business and just wanted to spread that peace and that love, and obviously through something we all like to watch.
That's why when people say, why are sports political? I always ask, when have sports not been political? Like everything that we've ever wanted to see change has happened because of sports. Like, or not because, but sports has impacted it.
Yep. He also created and sponsored. He also, was credited with sponsoring / creating / signing the Amateur Sports Act of 1978, which was to transform amateur sports in America by creating committees for certain things. So like the U.S. Olympic Committee, aka USOC. So that made it a federally chartered corporation and coordinated entity for amateur sports as well. And it also empowered national governing bodies to oversee specific sports such as the USA Hockey and the USA Track and Field team. So did a lot of work for sports. And somebody put in the chat also Greg Gumbel died as well. So RIP to them. We posted a video on our socials of Greg Gumbel actually commentating Antonio Cromartie's NFL tying longest play in a game with the 109-yard return against the Vikings, if I'm not mistaken. And then we reposted that on our socials, so make sure to check that out as well. So we just got 2 more videos to wrap this up. So we did a segment a little while ago. I think it was at the beginning of Christmas or December, excuse me, with the Now You Know segment, where we just trying to find videos, like helpful DIY videos on the internet, just to help people, get through their everyday lives. So this is one I saw last night on Twitter, and I just wanted to share this with y'all. I feel like this one might be a more common one, but I feel like a lot of people still won't know this.
Okay, so obviously cereal boxes, you can't shut them, can you? They always open up again. So yeah, look at this. So you take the 2 sidings, fold them in, fold this one in as well, fold it like a Mackey's box. So it's like that. And then tuck that on the inside and fold it in again. And then look at that. Bit of useless information for you there. Okay, so obviously cereal boxes,
pause real quick. How is that any more secure than just doing it the normal way?
Because I think
feel like being like the African dude that looks at the things.
How are you supposed to know that?
Hey man. But I think what he was saying, like sometimes when it won't close, like when it won't like slide in, pause, like all the way, and then you can like fold it. But I saw it last night. I was like,
So you're putting it in a different position so it can slide in deeper. It's basically what we're doing to the cereal box. We're sexualizing cereal boxes now.
Yeah.
Pause.
Have y'all ever seen the one where you flip around the soda can?
So that the straw can, the straw thing. Yeah, I saw that couple. Now I don't believe that's why that was invented. I just think that's just ingenuity.
So your straw doesn't wiggle or not?
Yeah.
Basically that's just all. But I don't drink. I drink my canned soda like a man. I don't put my damn straw. I don't use straws when I don't need it. Not when if I get a soda from my McDonald's or something like that, I got a cap and I'm driving straw. But a lot of times, just give me I want the aluminum on my lips. Like, give me like I need. It makes me feel alive. like the one dude we were talking about that was bashing Florida State before the 2024 season. Like with the straw, it's just so much bad stuff could go wrong. You're like,
oh, that thing, yeah, that is a problem.
Like I don't want to do that. Just give me just the straw. Like when I get the cup,
bro, that's crazy.
That's why when you're at a club, you're supposed to drink. You don't use the straw. Just grab it, drink your glass, sip it. Because you're like, hey, girl.
You got to look at it.
Like, you got a little. I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to aim. Just if I can just put my lips on the glass, cool.
The last video we got, obviously NBA ratings were allegedly down 48%. So I think this new merger with the WWE will do it justice. This is only a joke because if you guys saw last night's game between the Miami Heat and the Houston Rockets, things got flung around. Let's just say that. Wow. Tyler Herro was at the expense of this, getting done up by a sophomore in this league. So Tyler, you need to hit the weight room, man.
It's crazy how the product is just so much different. Oh, I was in the way.
I moved it so they could, so they saw it.
But like as a grown man, like one of the things that I've been blessed, I've never been escorted out of the club. But I have lifted people. I've baptized people before. It was one of my favorite feelings in the world is when you take a person and you jack them up and they come up in the air and then they have no control over their body and you just drop them on their head. It's beautiful. It's not better than sex, but it's up there. I can tell you that. But I've never had that feeling before. And like, I don't know if I would respond well. I'd have been like, get your motherfucking hands off of me. Actually, you know what? He didn't escort me out of the club, but I did tell him if he ever grabbed me like that again, I will come to his home. I will stab him in his sleep. I was after church one time. It was in church too. Corey Simon just grabbed me. He bear hugged me, and I couldn't move. I was like, and I was like, for the first time in my life, I was like, this man has me, and there is absolutely nothing I can do about this. And I said, bro, if you ever do that shit again, I will fucking kill you. Like I was mad. You ever just been mad? People didn't know why I was mad because he was playing, but I was furious on the inside because while he was playing, I couldn't do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. I was mad. Like, it was just overpowered. Yeah, like he just like Tyler was just. Actually, go back. Was Tyler trying to get his hands off him? Because that's what makes it even funnier. Because like he was just imagine you're trying to fight this person off and you can't.
Oh, okay. From a wrestling point of view, I can tell you everything fucked up now. He has inside position.
Oh yeah, that's where your hands want to be.
Your hands on the inside. Now he has complete control. He might as well hold him by his wrist. But then now Tyler's on his tippy toes. He's not. He should bend his knees.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All out.
I don't think he was thinking the dude was gonna like fling him. That's all I know what they
But
said.
he's taking him for a ride. From this point on, he's gathering momentum. He's fucked up.
Yeah.
From this point. Boom.
This is basically what Cam Newton did last year to those guys at the 7-on-7 tournament. And I look at it. Ooh, actually promote. But the penultimate step. Go back. He's like, boom. Right. Watch that left leg. Boom. It bends a little bit when he plants it. Yep. And then you see him the hip toss.
Yes, and there's the hip toss.
He's getting it
between his legs to trip him up. That's perfect. I thought he had no technique, but he had great technique.
And thank God for an elbow. If Tyler's elbow did not get in the way, Tyler was getting head first into. He is so far away from the action.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I was looking at 5. I was looking at now that's the white guy I want with me. That guy right there, number 5, just ran right over. What the fuck just happened to me? You started the fight. You started the fight, and now you're a witness to the fight. I don't care about the fight. Look at what Tyler is. Tyler is acting like the guy who was like he's the work foreman. Oh, now I see why the guy came to save him. Oh, the big Negro that slammed you is coming close to you again. He got out of the pile. Oh my God. Tyler was terrified. All the rap music kind of went out of it. It's like Malibu's Most Wanted. Like all the rap music. Yo.
He is fighting back. He grabbed his wrist.
He's like, I can't do nothing. Boom. Okay. And then my man comes off the sideline. Super Negro. Super Negro comes and tackles him. Oh. Yo, this is better. We can see exactly how far away Tyler was from the action now. Okay, look at 5. Yeah. Oh, it looks worse from this angle. And then, okay, so Super Negro comes and tackles 1. And then now his homie pulls him off of him. You ain't finna beat my dog up. What is 1? Does he crawl between people's legs?
Here he go. Don't forget him right
Okay,
here.
there's Tyler. He's like, okay, I got hit. My head. I escaped. Give me the safety. Give me the safety. And then now I'm talking shit. And number 1 hears the shit talking, and then all the Negro, all the spirit of his ancestors and comes into his body, and he's up. And Tyler's got to open it. It's just him and Tyler. And he's coming at him. And Tyler's like, and then the dude comes in, no! And he saves him. Because, boy, had that dude not got in there, Tyler might have got slammed again. And now he's amped up because now he is at least, he is basically now, he is restraining order distance away from the guy who hit him. So now you can talk your trash from over there. Damn.
Tyler's from Milwaukee. Amir's from Oakland. So that's all I got to say on that one.
Nice.
We got to do the giveaway.
Okay, yeah, let's get the giveaways going. My bad, we went over a little bit, but that was needed. I needed to see that. That was hilarious. So we'll go tickets. Well, do you have 1 or you have 2 of these?
I was just going to do the hat one first.
Oh, let's do that. That's what I was saying. We'll do the hat one first.
So yeah, this is the hat one. Oh my God, let me share it with you guys. All right, cool.
Man, I'm with you, Reggie. I wish I'm all out.
All right, I'm about to spin. So this is for the hat.
All right. Oh, wait a minute. It looked like rock. Okay. Well, Avon lady, inbox me. Need the Addy. I will mail you. We'll get you a Sports Den cap. So now we're going for the tickets.
Yeah, I got that.
Oh, that was it? Okay. Yeah. Oh, damn. All right, Angelo. Angelo, you got a pair of tickets. Shoot me your info, Angelo, and I'll make sure you get those. I know you're still in the chat. Actually acknowledge it. So make sure you're still here before we run this shit again. Avon lady. So Avon lady, shoot me so I can mail it to you. And let's see if D'Angelo respond. Gotta stay through it. Gotta scroll, push the new comments. Never mind, I know Angelo. But anyways, all right, man. Well, appreciate you guys for chopping it up with me. We will see you guys. I think we're gonna try to do something from the crib, because New Year's is when everybody New Year's Eve is when we actually all partying. So we may do something on New Year's Day. I know everybody will be traveling, be something good. But I think we're gonna do I want to do a year in. So I need y'all to on social media tell me like what are some awards we should give. Like some year-end awards. What would be some funny ones? I'm inspired by Antonio Brown. I'm not gonna do Cracker of the Year award though. Like that's a bit much. I already know who mine is. I know who mine is, man. Yeah, like every time they show a picture of her, man, it's just she just gets better. You said what? Oh, this show needs to be Tits and Tit. I mean, no, it's Tiddies and Tea. That's what the name of this show should be named. Yeah, I mean, it's just a talk, but yeah, they be like Uncle from Snowfall. What are titties? It's supposed to be some titties. What are titties and shit? Like, again, if you haven't watched that show,
I've seen that clip.
Watch the show, and all the viral clips have absolutely nothing to do with what you think they have to do, but they're still equally as funny and impactful. Like, I just thought they said, go slap your, but after that, you understand why he told him, slap your daddy. Nah, that ain't hard enough. Slap your daddy. Yeah. Yeah. Uncle was wild. Uncle was wild, man. All right, man. Y'all have a good one. See you guys in the new year. Or see y'all next year. Lion Ass Cuban Award. Yep.